Welcome to Peachy Books Reviews. This channel is a place where I will share audio readings of my book reviews as they are published on my blog at peachybooks.ca. When I review a book, I don't subscribe to any conventional style and will instead let the book guide me. Like most art, I feel the books I read very intensely, and my writing can sometimes reflect that. My reviews are a mixture of synopsis with my feelings, thoughts, and connection to the books I read. Things are without restriction around here, so if you're looking for something more formal, I understand, and thank you for listening thus far. To those that remain, I hope you enjoy the channel and will join me back at peachybooks.ca where we can have open discussions about amazing stories. Thanks for joining me. My local library was my first true love and will always remain the top placeholder on my literary dance card. Growing up with a portal to unknown and enchanting worlds, only a 10-minute walk from my home, was a blessing I took for granted in my early years, but is in no way lost on me now. The nostalgia that Susan Orlean was able to elicit in the library book transported me back in time to my childhood happy place. I would tear off on my bicycle and spend lazy summer days walking up and down the aisles, my eyes full of wonder at all there was to soak up about the world. It was an escape into better lands, ones filled with promise and hope, others offering solace in their dark authenticity. It was a refuge that I didn't know I desperately needed at the time, and I'm so grateful for it when I look through the window of hindsight. The library book's focal point is the Los Angeles Public Library in downtown LA, as it chronicles the history, architecture, and most profoundly, the devastating fire that left more than 1 million books damaged or destroyed in its wake. April 29th of 2021 marked 35 years since this tragic disaster. The greatest loss to any public library in the United States history, the first LAPL fire was both a sad and fascinating story that begged to be told. Orlean offers us a true crime retelling of sorts of the happenings on that fateful day in 1986, as we try to figure out why someone would do such a destructive thing to historical data, art, and literature that was as important to the citizens of LA as it was to humanity as a whole. I enjoyed reading about the influential role libraries play in society and how they are a hub for the young, new immigrants, and the homeless, where they can assist in education and offer coordination for community resources. It was powerful to read about the city librarian for Los Angeles, John Sabo, and how he had teamed up with local outreach programs to assist his patrons and the greater community. Orlean had spent some time shadowing employees at the LAPL and shares with us the day-to-day of the motley cast of characters she encountered there. We get to know the people that served the position of head librarian over the years at the LAPL, learn about patrons, community volunteers that lent their time and hearts to the teardown and restoration of the fire-damaged library. There was a long list of admirable philanthropists who donated their dollars to the costly and noble cause of its repair, celebrities included. Some participated in the Save the Books telethon that aired to raise money for the replacement of the books that were lost in the blaze. If you're interested, I will leave a link for a spooky ad they aired for the telethon in the description. You should check it out. I appreciated the intimate parallels Orlean shared of her writing the book whilst her mother, the inspiration for her passion behind books and libraries, was fading away with dementia. I did, however, struggle with some of the excessive detail afforded some of the less interesting fringe characters peppered throughout, and the more mundane events that were strung together to complete the timeline. At various intervals, I had to really push myself to keep going. It could be that a local to LA might find these specifics more entertaining, but for this Canadian girl, it caused the story to drag on. Overall, this was still worth the slow read for the shared library appreciation, fond memories, and some blog-worthy quotes. And it was fun to web search all the LA libraries as they were mentioned along the way, just to add some visuals to the story. I love when a book has a game with it. I'm not the only one that does things like that, am I? You have to let me know in the comments if you're someone that does that sort of thing too. Take a look at the bookmark I was inspired to make when reading the library book. My little guy loves these colorful placeholders and is excited to see what theme I'll choose every time I pick up a new read. What started out as a collection for him has turned into a slight obsession for me. After every book I read, I have an overwhelming urge to make a bookmark inspired by the story and my connection to it. So, make I shall. Do you have any ideas for book and bookmark combinations? Let me know in the comments. I'm always eager to hear your thoughts. Head over to peachybooks.ca and check out all the other bookmarks that I've made so far. And if you enjoyed this reading, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you can be informed when the next review is out. Thanks for listening.